liar. She's the only Republican member of Congress to call the war in Gaza a genocide. And why did you vote against the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act?
Since I've been a member of Congress, we've had several resolutions that constantly denounce anti-Semitism. I've already voted denouncing anti-Semitism many times before. It becomes an exercise that they force on Congress, and I simply got tired of it.
Is there no value in having the United States Congress reaffirm the fact that they denounce anti-Semitism in the face of a growing issue?
Okay. Came back just in time. Here's the thing that really has made me very angry. You are seeing people being kidnapped in the middle of the streets and disappeared. And their family has no fucking idea where they are. You are seeing 6-year-olds being separated from their parents at immigration checkpoints for their green card hearings. Just everyday check-ins. You are seeing homeless people be set on fire because they're homeless. You are seeing the President of the United States of America saying that Somalis are garbage. And yet, not fucking once has any of those bigotries been addressed by Congress. The only bigotry that has ever been addressed by Congress is anti-Semitism. Don't get me wrong, anti-Semitism is a big deal. But when you don't address the fucking fascism that is happening in this country against Latinos and against immigrants, when you don't address the fact that severe Islamophobia that is happening throughout the country, that is happening in the fucking White House, it makes people more anti-Semitic, actually, because you're ignoring the bigger picture. How are people supposed to say, yeah, we really should care about Jewish people's feelings, but yet no one's caring about the fact that my family just got kidnapped by ICE and I don't know where they are? Yeah, we really should care about Jewish people. They do matter, but like, Trump just called my family from Somalia trash and said they don't belong in America. Why is no one talking about that? That fucking matters. It's a slap in the face to every single other person that is being affected. For 2 years, we have seen a genocide happen in the name of Judaism, even though it should not be in the name of Judaism, because it's Israel and Zionists creating the genocide. It's Israel and Zionists that are doing the genocide. Israel is just using Judaism to say, this is why we are doing a genocide. We are doing this to protect us against Palestinians. It's something that drives me fucking insane. One of my Congress people, Laura Gillen, is a huge fucking Zionist. I call her almost every day, bitching her ass out and putting on her Twitter how she needs to understand that there is more than just anti-Semitism. Here's a perfect example. On September 18th, Nassau County had their first ever death
Growing problem
in Nassau County ICE detention facility. There has been 23 ICE detention facility deaths since Trump became president. That is the most amount of deaths ever since ICE was created in 2003. Trump has only been president for 10 fucking months. And yet, there has been 23 people that are dead. That doesn't include, I do not believe Randall Gamboa, the man that died in a vegetative state in Costa Rica. He became in a vegetative state when he was in ICE custody. I don't believe that he counts as 23, so that would be 24 people that died in ICE custody. Not once has my representative said we need to do an independent investigation. Not once has my representative said anything about this person's death. This is the first ever death in this county's detention facility. And yet she hasn't said fucking anything. But if you go to her Twitter, if you go to her Facebook, if you go to anything, all you will fucking see is Israel, anti-Semitism, anti-Semitism, anti-Semitism. It is a slap in the face to every single Hispanic constituent that she fucking has. Meanwhile, she also has ICE waiting in front of schools throughout the city, in Long Island, throughout her area. Has she made a single fucking thing about ICE? No, she hasn't. The only thing she says is the bigotry against Jewish people. So, Marjorie Taylor Greene is using that, even though this motherfucker is anti-Semitic. She literally says Jewish space lasers are the reason that the wildfires happened in California. This bitch is anti-Semitic. But the thing is because Congress and Senate are literally owned by AIPAC, are owned by Israel, they are forgetting that there is other bigotries happening throughout the nation, that people are seeing how everyone is focused on anti-Semitism, that immigrants are being ignored, that Latinos are being ignored, that homeless people are being ignored, that people who are Muslim and Islam are being ignored and are treated like fucking shit. That's gonna change people and get people mad at who? The people that are being protected by Congress and the Senate. And that's gonna make people anti-Semitic when it's not Jewish people's fault. It is the people that are in Congress, the people that are in the Senate, the people that are Zionists. But no one understands that. That is why, for her to say that, it is a big deal because it resonates with people. People don't think this bitch is anti-Semitic. Even though she said fucking Jewish space lasers were the reason for the California wildfires. If that's not anti-Semitism, I don't know what the fuck is. What I do know, though, is until the Democratic Party understands that if they don't start fighting for minorities and for trans people and for the LGBTQ plus people and for immigrants, homeless people, they are going to lose again and again to people like her, to people like Nick Fuentes, to people like Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, because they know how to say shit like this. They are useless. The Democratic Party is fucking useless because they are run like Diet Coke Republicans. They are run by corporations that are owned by AIPAC and then are owned by the same corporations that own the Republicans. So even though Marjorie Taylor Greene's an anti-Semite, this type of messaging resonates. This type of messaging matters, especially to people who are literally being snatched up and disappeared in the middle of the fucking night. This fucking matters. Because has there been anything condemning fascism? Has there been anything condemning Islamophobia? What has there been besides condemning anti-Semitism? Condemning socialism. when Zohar Mamdani went to visit Donald Trump. That was the last. And Hakeem Jeffries, the minority leader of the Democratic fucking Party, signed off on that. So if the minority leader signs off on that, but says nothing about Islamophobia, says nothing about the bigotry against immigrants, says nothing about anti-trans bigotry, says nothing about anything else, you're leaving many populations wondering who's there to stand with us. Where can we go? Who to support? And then people hear fucking Nick Fuentes, an actual Nazi, say, we stand with you because we know that it's Israel's fault. It's the Jews' fault. That's why Nick Fuentes is so fucking popular. That's why Marjorie Taylor Greene is so fucking popular. Because they say such vile shit. But it resonates. Because we're left with no one to follow. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. It's depressing. It's sad. It's scary. But it's something that I think people are not aware of. And it's very frustrating. That's why I'm so angry at the Democrats for just giving so many it's not L's. They're the L's. But they're giving so many W's to the Republicans and to the fascists. It's fucking disgusting. But it's also it makes people like me, who's a daughter of an immigrant, who's Latina, feel very alone. Because it's I don't want to go to the fucking Nazis. But we live in a country that has a two-party system. So I go either with the Nazis or with the people that side with the Nazi corporations or the fascist corporations. There's no others. And I don't think, and until the Democratic Party gets their head out of their asses, they're never going to see it. They're never going to see it. And then there's anti-Semites like Marjorie Taylor Greene that's going to keep fucking winning.